Hello everyone, welcome to Chef Salim's Recipe YouTube channel. Today I am here with a very popular dessert recipe, Tres Leches. This dessert is both practical and incredibly delicious. You've likely seen this dessert in bakeries and craved it, but now you can easily prepare it at home. Tres Leches is a light, milky, and creamy dessert, topped with caramel sauce to elevate its flavor. Now let me show you step by step how to prepare this recipe. First, I've prepared all the ingredients and will share them with you. Below, you'll find the exact measurements for the sponge cake, whipped cream, and caramel sauce. You can also find the full measurements in the description section. So let's get started. Preparing the sponge cake. Combining the ingredients. First, we prepare the ingredients for the sponge cake. The key ingredients for this cake are 8 eggs, 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of flour, completely full and heaping, 1 packet of vanilla powder, 5 grams, and 1 packet of baking powder, 10 grams. The key to making a perfect sponge cake is using the ingredients in the correct measurements and whisking the mixture thoroughly. The more air incorporated into the batter, the lighter the cake will be. Whisking the eggs. Now, add the eggs and sugar into a mixing bowl. Be careful not to let any eggshells fall into the mixture. Place the bowl on a stable surface and start whisking with a mixer. Remember, as the eggs foam up, their color should turn white. Whisking with the mixer takes about 2 minutes. This step is crucial because the well-beaten egg and sugar mixture will ensure the cake rises properly. Adding the dry ingredients. Next, it's time to add the dry ingredients. Gradually add the mixture of flour, vanilla, and baking powder. When adding flour, make sure to sift it beforehand. Sifting the flour ensures a smoother and fluffier cake. Another important detail here is that no liquid oil is used in this recipe. The sponge cake is a type of soft yet dense cake that rises by incorporating air without any added oil. Baking. Pour the prepared batter into a 1250-gram baking tray and smooth the surface with a spatula. Tap the tray gently on the countertop a few times to settle the batter and remove air bubbles. Now, the cake is ready for the oven. Preheat the oven to 160 to 165 degrees Celsius. 320 to 330 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake for about 14 to 15 minutes. Keep in mind that the baking time might vary slightly depending on your oven, so it's best to keep an eye on the cake while it bakes. Soaking the sponge cake. Once the sponge cake comes out of the oven and cools down slightly, poke holes into it with a knife. These holes help the dessert absorb more milk. Prepare the milk and syrup mixture. Combine 1.5 liters of milk and half a liter of syrup, made by mixing 350 grams of sugar and 150 grams of water. Stir the syrup well into the milk. The most important thing here is to pour the mixture slowly and over the warm cake. A warm cake absorbs the milk better. If you prefer a milkier dessert, you can increase the amount of milk for a richer flavor. Preparing the whipped cream. When it comes to whipped cream, if you're short on time, you can use store-bought whipped cream, but I think making it at home is much more enjoyable. For this, I'll use 5 egg whites. Place the egg whites in a mixing bowl and whisk them well with a mixer. Cold egg whites help the whipped cream thicken faster. After adding sugar, continue whisking until the mixture becomes white and stiff. The preparation of the syrup is also very important. Place 1 cup of sugar and 7 tablespoons of water in a pan. Don't forget to support our channel, friends. Watch the videos from start to finish, give them a like, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Also, share the videos with your friends who comment. Later, you can play these videos on your computer while sleeping, letting them run from start to finish. Thank you in advance for your support. Turn the heat to low and wait for the sugar to melt. Once the sugar is completely dissolved, slowly add the syrup to the whipped cream. This step ensures the whipped cream remains shiny, fluffy, and smooth. After letting the whipped cream rest in the freezer for a while, it's ready to use. This process makes the cream thicker and more stable. Preparing the caramel sauce. The caramel sauce is the best and most visually appealing part of Tres Leches. Caramel adds both flavor and aesthetic richness to the dessert. Now, melt 300 grams of sugar in a pan. As the sugar melts, add 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 cup of milk. Add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch to help thicken the caramel. The most important thing when making caramel is not letting the sugar burn too much, as overcooked sugar can taste bitter. You can add some cream or milk if you like to lighten its color a bit. As it boils and cools, it becomes thicker, more consistent, and glossier. If you try making the caramel a few times, you'll get the right result. Just make sure not to turn the heat too high and act quickly. Please don't end up having to call the fire department. Once the caramel is ready, let it cool before using. After cooling, pour the caramel over the Tres Leches. Final touches and presentation. Now our dessert is almost ready. Carefully pour the caramel sauce over the dessert. Spread it gently with a spatula. Place the whipped cream in a piping bag and decorate the top of the dessert. After adding the whipped cream to the piping bag, I push it forward with a spatula. Don't forget to cut the tip of the bag, otherwise it might burst. After that, you need to make straight lines in a smooth manner. It doesn't turn out perfectly when I do it, but I'm sure you can do it better. Your decoration not only enhances the visual appeal of the dessert, but also highlights its creamy texture. After slicing the dessert, it's ready to serve. By increasing the amount of milk, you can create an even more moist and soft dessert. See you in new recipes. I guarantee you'll love this recipe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the videos, and leave comments. If you try this recipe, I'd love to hear your feedback. Take care and enjoy your time in the kitchen.